Hi, everybody. This is Laura. I talked over the little announcement there. Oh, well, will I ever get this right, everybody? Will I ever get this right? Thank God I do something else pretty good, and that's talk to Spirit for you. Welcome to Transcendence with me, Spirit Medium Laura, where we deliver mediumship and messages for your healing to happiness. A couple of housekeeping things, and then we will get to a focus subject and then the phone lines. Okay, there is a website for the show. It's called spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com. And there you can watch a live video feed of me on that particular web page. You can also get the free for me, which is 1/3 more time free than that for which you pay. The way you do that is the free for me, use Radio Show Key when you're making your payment and booking your session at booklaura.com. That's all explained on spiritmediumtv.com. So we got that, the free for me, which is more time free when you book your session. We also have the 8 No Wait. If you have an urgent matter, you just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. And that can be done at spiritmediumtv.com. So I mentioned the 3 things. 1 is video feed of the show, where I'm live in front of a camera. 2 is the free for me, which is extra free time, and that's described on spiritmediumtv.com, extra free time in your private session. And the 3rd thing then is to jump to the top of the queue. We do have a donation this evening. Crystal, who should be calling in soon. I don't see her yet in the queue. But you see, she doesn't have to call in early because she made a donation. Anyway, thanks to everybody who did call in early. We've got a couple of people here, Laura, Michelle, Sherelle. We have somebody else from 647 who just called in. There are other people waiting. Okay, so the focus subject. What's the focus subject? It's just a little bit of help, a little bit of inspiration for all of you. As I travel through life as a spokesperson for spirit, if you will. Things come up, and I'm always learning new things. And as I learn them, oh goody, I can't wait to share them with you. And so there's an article which I wrote called Manifesting Miracles Using the Law of Attraction, the Supernatural Law of Creation. Ooh, what the heck's that? Well, basically, I'm just going to cut to the chase on this. Basically, it means that the deity or God can create something from nothing, right? Isn't that what supernatural is all about? Right? Something from nothing. However, for us on Earth, we have a little trouble with that concept. We don't believe we can do it. So if you want to manifest something you want, you like or desire or truly, truly want, remember that if you hand it up to a higher power, to the deity, that nothing is impossible. And one of the reasons why we never get what we want in life is we feel we don't have any control, we don't have any power, we don't have any supernatural power indeed. So when you release your will to the deity, the something you desire to create is then created by the supernatural power of God. Okay, so never limit yourself. Always remember there's a higher power with unlimited resources and power. Okay, so right now we're going to do a prayer. And I'm going to do the prayer, make an energy connection with all of you. And then I will go to the phone lines. Wow, we're moving along quickly this evening. Is everybody listening that wants to participate? Please sit back, uncross your arms and legs, and start to breathe from your abdomen, breathing in slowly. And on the exhale, releasing any and all tension, any and all fear, knowing that you are protected. And if you would each focus in on what you need today from Spirit, I will go off and invoke the Master Prayer. I'll be back in a millisecond. And now, On your next exhale of breath, please release your energy so I can connect us. One moment, please. I seem a little tired this evening. I was trying to write an article while I was waiting for the show to begin. I think it just put me into a stupor, so please forgive me. But being sleepy is actually good for psychic work. So let's see where this goes. I do not have my donation in line yet. She didn't call in yet. So I'm going to go to Laura first. Hi, Laura. Hi, sweetheart. So go ahead, honey, and give me one of your questions, and we'll see what Spirit says about that. And don't tell me too much background. Just give me the question. Okay, love? Okay, could I have Okay, I'll make a question that's a little more specific. I need to have something really specific on the radio show to start. That's all right. Relax, relax. Yeah, don't say anything else. Yeah. Do you have any background in nursing or anything to do with healthcare, please? Yes? Yeah, because I saw a nurse there for you, or I see nursing around you. So the question is, will you be able to get a career in nursing or what you just studied for this in healthcare? Is that correct, honey? If you'll go on. Okay, let's just go to the first part of the question first, love. You're very smart. You're very intelligent. You love to study, highly intellectual. And you're very, very precise about everything that you do, which is a good thing because you're in a field that requires that. You're a little too. Some of the answer, shockingly enough, Laura, will depend on you and how you approach things. And one of the things Spirit is saying is, don't be too controlling about outcome because at times people who are highly intellectual put the head before the heart and get in their own way. So that's true for you. So let's just see what you can do then to See, you're overthinking everything, is what they're saying. And all you need to do is go out and start making applications. And I'm going to look at that and see what's going on. You are making applications for fairly good opportunities in an area that you would like to get further involved with. And it seems to have something to do with blood and research, if you will. Would that make sense to you, please? Blood and research, please. Okay, well, let's take a look at the move. That makes a little sense. I guess what first of all, the first thing I would think, and it's not up to me really, it's up to Spirit, but I just want to say to clear it, is that when we're going to make a move, usually we decide. So obviously there's something uncertain that you're not quite sure about that would be impeding this or affecting this decision. Let me just see what that is. Yeah. You need to wait until the move is done. It will be coming quickly. And it will be coming just when if you start to look for a job now, right after the new year, January, February timeframe, you're going to be hearing about this move. Is it because of your spouse or somebody you're with, honey? Is that what it is like? Yeah, yeah. So he's going to hear about it right after the new year, and then you'll all be getting going. Now, what to do in the interim? Because you're not the kind of person who want to sit around. You know what I mean? You really don't sit around. So let's see if we can figure out where it's going to be, and then you can start researching positions in that area, because I think that would be good. All right. So I hear northwest of where you are now, and that could mean a lot of things. It could mean northwest part of the country. It could be just northwest of where you are now, but it will definitely be another location. So where are you located now, sweetie? You're in what, California? Temecula? Okay. Okay, just as a volunteer for the interim, is that it until you get going? Yeah, that's a good idea. But I feel that the move is going to be northwest. So that could be north of where you are, which is not that hard to do since you're in San Diego, right? And on the west side of the country. So I don't see you moving out away from the west coast, but just northern, more northern. And of course, there's all places above you that could possibly be it. Um, 1 second, I'm trying to give you the answer. North. Where will it be, please, Spirit? Okay, that we know that already, but where? Well, it's north of LA, but I think it's somewhere between San Francisco and LA. I'm not getting much more north than that. So somewhere in that area, you're not going to be out of California. I think you can stay in California, but just be northern part of the state or more north than where you are right now. And obviously, you have to find something in the area there. And the way they're showing it to me is a little south of San Francisco. It looks like something cuts in. I don't know the coastline that well. It looks like the coastline cuts in and then comes back out again. And somewhere in that area where the coastline's cutting in under San Francisco is where you're going to be finding the new home, your new locale. And that you're going to like it very much there. It'll be a little bit wetter. It won't be quite as dry. And you'll be able to get outdoors more. Family will like it more. They're more of a park kind of greener setting, if you will. And it will be very nice for all of you, and your health will be good as well. Should you work in the hospice? Sure, why not? Keep yourself going. You know, you're not one to want to sit around. So, yeah, I also feel you have a very strong tendency towards good nutrition and health and all of that. Exercise, you're all around kind of healthy, health-oriented individual. But again, the word comes up, phlebotom. I don't know the phlebotomist. Yeah. Well, that's where I see you going. But I see you going further than just working as a phlebotomist, but working in the area of genetic recall and DNA, which would have something to do with blood, but it's going to start with blood. So could be that, but it could be genetic effects, how to maybe manipulate DNA to affect cancer. It could be research. Because you're kind of the intellectual. Okay? How exciting. You're welcome, love. God bless. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, love. Okay, moving on to Michelle, who has oh, wait a minute. No, I have to go check for my donation before I go to you, Michelle. Please forgive me. I think she did come in. There she is. That would be Crystal. Hi, Crystal. Hi, sweetheart. I'm great, love. It sounds like you're driving. Are you driving, love? Naughty, naughty. Would you do us, you, and no, not a big deal, but your reading you need to be focused on your reading. Imagine you have an antenna coming out, right? So can you pull over? Can you pull over somewhere? Okay. I don't want you to kill yourself if you're on a big highway or something, but your reading will be oh so much better if you're not driving. All right, love. And so you said that you had a life question. I didn't write down exactly what it was. I think you might have put that in there. I don't remember, but just go ahead and give me your question, love. Okay. And what is the question? Okay, so you're in a relationship now and you want clarification on it. Is that it? Okay, give me the initials of the person in question. Okay. Oh, and incidentally, if everybody, you, Crystal included, of course, if you're shy about revealing the identity of people, you literally can make up something. I just need you to give me something. It's a vibrational thing. It's like finding coordinates on a map. Whatever you give, spirit will translate. So if you want to hide somebody's identity, feel free to do that. Even your own, spirit will translate energetically anyway. Okay, so ME Crystal, is it a good relationship? I'm going to start with, is it a good relationship or bad? And that will lead me down the path. It's a good relationship as it stands now. That's what I'm getting, and I'm going to find out why. I feel that he's somehow kind of a little secretive and not giving you a lot of information, in particular in the area of commitment. There's a lot of intrigue around him. He holds back a lot. Are you afraid that he's got someone else on the side, or that he's doing something that you don't understand? Or I just feel a lot of secrecy around him. Is that what the problem is, love? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Because he does hold back. He holds back a lot about himself. I'm going to find out why. Okay, so I want to first say he really likes you. He's afraid to tell you everything about himself all at once. He will open up over time, but not right away. You need to give him time to feel comfortable with you. Uh, he's spiritually and emotionally grounded and mature. He's a giving person. Very nice. I actually see someone who looks to me very creative and funky and artistic the way he dresses. Would that make sense to you, honey, about ME? Looks like he might even and creative. It looks like he might even play an instrument, or he likes jazz, or likes the sax very much. There's a saxophone there with him, so he might either like it or play it directly. He's very creative and very industrious, highly energetic, very smart, very easy to get along with, very caring, glued to your side a lot. And then, sometimes he kind of pulls back, as you said. So what the problem is here is like that when he disappears or holds back, or that retreat thing, it's all part of getting to know you. So what I want, in other words, it doesn't mean he's going to pull away or he has something to hide. It's part of his process of getting to know you. And I'm just want to project now if this is going to end up good or bad for you and for him. Mm. See, the problem with ME is he really loves his freedom. Really. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Because he's an artist. Artists love their freedom. But he's got a conflict because he really likes you too. So let's see where this is going to go. Okay. So I see that this can turn into something significant. But the way into that position in his life, i.e., like serious commitment, like, you know what I mean, uh, is to act like nothing's wrong. Just be easy to get along with. Don't ask too much. Be with him when you're with him. Don't say too much, and don't, try to have heavy conversations about why he pulls back. Just let him be himself, because what's going to happen with him is he's going to just suddenly be involved in a much deeper level with you than he really planned, because you'll let him put his guard down by not talking about the 8,000-pound gorilla in the room, which is him pulling away every now and then. You understand what I mean? All right. And everything's going to work out. So just, laugh at the gorilla. Just and just be very nice with him and have fun. Yeah, just keep going the way you're going, because it reminds me of like how do I put this? Like he's at the edge of a cliff and he's afraid to jump off into, like on the bottom of the cliff on the ground level. After you jump off the cliff, there's somebody waiting there with a, what do you call it, the landing pad or something for him to jump into. But he's so ready to jump that all you have to do is kiss him once on one of his cheeks. He's going to fall over backwards off the cliff, and he's going to land in your lily pad. And there he will be in your arms forever. So not to worry, my dear, not to worry. Okay? You're welcome, honey. God bless. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to go to Michelle now, who was the second person to call. Hi, Michelle. I'm great, love. How are you? Good. What can spirit? Oh, all right. Well, okay. Let me ask spirit. Sometimes they're very related. We don't realize it, but I try to keep it to one, one subject. Uh, what was that, honey? Would you say? All right. Let me pick the one that's most important. So, spirit for Michelle, would it be love or will it be work, please? 1 second, Michelle. I have to go. I have to be quiet for a second. Work is more important right now until you get that settled. Love life needs to sit in the background or in abeyance for a moment. So, the first priority is to get your work life settled. There's a lot of cacophony around that, like upset or confusion, or it's in disarray, if you will. And you really need to do that because it will help you settle your heart as you settle into your work life better than before. They're saying, I don't know what they mean by that. Whatever's been, I guess what they mean is whatever's going on now needs to be behind you so that you can be quiet inside in your heart and then you can attract in love. But until that's settled, and I feel when I say those words, I feel insecurity about money, insecurity about the next dollar coming in the door. I feel a lot of transition in and out of this and that. And I'm not sure when they're showing me this insecurity of money, if it means you're in and out of a job. But all I can say is I feel insecure. So let me go a little deeper with that. See what we can come up with here. Michelle at 262. You have a lot of turmoil in your work and in the home. There's a lot of unrest around you right now. People are leaving you. There's upset in the home. It's not just work, upset in the home, unless home is your work. I don't know, but I hear upset in the home. A lot of transition going on in your, a lot of transition going on in your life right now. You're trying to get over something from the past, which you haven't fully let go of yet. Until all these things happen, until you're more centered, and I don't know why they're saying this love yet. So let's just follow it through. Okay? Until all these things are behind you, retired, if you will, or put to rest, you will not be able to attract in the love of your life, which is what you really want overall. So let's look at that, and then we'll talk about love. I will talk about love. So I'm going to ask Spirit a question. I'm going to ask Spirit a question silently. Yeah. You do have some sort of employment now, correct? Yes, they're telling me. They're telling me, okay, you do like it. It's good for you. So then what's the problem? Spirit, don't answer, Michelle. Spirit, I'm asking Spirit, what's the problem with her work? It's not enough money. Job's not enough money. You're not making enough money for you, who you are. Okay, let me just go a little further and I'll come back to you in a moment, Michelle. It's a good job, but it's really not at your level who you really are as a person. And there's a lot of turmoil at work because you are sort of like too good for the job, or you know too much, or just there's conflict there. I get a feeling of you being. Are you in the media? It looks like you're in media, or somehow there's some kind of communications in the job that you're doing. What job? What job do you have, honey? You're a nurse. So there's communication and yeah, that's why I'm. Well, media is communications. In other words, you have to communicate something to someone for the purpose. Yeah, either public relations or it's for just to in your particular position, it might have something to do with just letting people know what's going on with a program or what have you. But you're what you seem to above the level of all these things, and there's too many things you're doing. So it's kind of unsettling. Too many things, very unsettling to you. Yeah, and that's upsetting your whole gestalt, your whole energy, to pull in the right person for love. And then they also said there's a little residual of the past. It still comes up, a little bit of unhappiness there. So let's just look at the job, and then everything pivots on that. Once you can get that right, and there's not an easy answer. It's a little complicated, but we're going to try to make it easy for you to first see what the issues are. You're just thinking, oh, love, and then Spirit's saying, so long as you're in this unrest, this position, it's a zigzag, energy. One day you're focusing, 1 minute you're focusing on this, next moment you're being pulled away to do that. It's very discordant for you. So what can she do about this, Spirit? Yeah. You have to ask that you be focused in your work. You can either ask in the job that you're in now that you be given one thing to do and do it well. And they seem to think it would be that communications position where you're explaining this program. Okay. I don't know what goes into it, but there could be more meat to that. I feel that that's where your forte is, and that's where you could go farther. You need to look at the job of all the things you're doing. You need to look at the skill set of all the things you're doing that will take you the farthest and have the most growth potential. And I'm getting this sort of administrative kind of job. That's the one that you're talking about. Oh, well, perfect. Well, then you're on the right path, because that's exactly what you need to do. Is you need to move into, it's like, they call it media. Spirit is calling it media because it's more of a communications position, and that you'll be expanding everything that's where you belong, because you have more ability than all these little nitpicking things you have to do. You're higher level than that, right? And there you go. All right, that's what it is. Right. And it's frustrating for you. So when you get the higher level job, and if it's not this one, keep in mind, I'm not saying you're going to, I can look at it, but right now I'm not saying that you will get this one. I'm saying you have to strive for that. Once you get the right job that is utilizing your expertise in the right way, you'll go, what a relief. You'll also feel better about yourself. You'll feel better about yourself because you backed yourself up with who you know you want. Okay. So I'll look at the job. Are you going to get it? Yes or no? Give me the initials of the job description or the job title. The initials, please. I'll use LP. All right. I'll just use leadership program. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, you'll get, I get a very big yes on that. Okay, so if I'm wrong, and that happens sometimes, if I'm 90% correct, it's a beautiful thing. So if you're in the 10%, just continue to, but I feel I have a good connection with you psychically. So I feel that you will get that job because I'm getting that for you. Then we can get on with the rest of the things, because after she gets this job, then the love of your life is sort of waiting in the wings. And he will be coming in. But I don't want to talk too much about that. I want you to focus on your work right now, and then we can talk about that later. So call into the show at another time or book a private session with me. Okay, my dear? You're welcome, love. God bless. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to Sherelle. Hi, Sherelle. I'm good. I keep wanting to talk about the band called the Shirelles, which was popular, I think, during the 80s. I keep thinking of that. I don't know much about the Shirelles. Oh, she named you after that. No, because I want to just go like from the 60s hairstyle with the bow in the front and the bangs and the little flip and the Shirelles and all that. Okay, sweetie, go ahead and give me your question, love. Go ahead. You want to go? Well, I was going to say I get a big yes around. It's funny. The yes came in before the question was asked, but and the question was, will I be moving? And the answer is yes. You will like it very much, and you should make the move. A new start would be very, very healthy for you. Sometimes we always second guess ourselves, but it seems from what Spirit is telling me that your intuition and your gut feeling is in the right place. I feel that the move would be pulling you back to home or wherever you're going is sort of like revisiting a place of comfort for you, a location where you know people and you feel you belong, and that the wherever you're at right now, it feels a little bit. Why? I don't want to use such a rough word, but hostile. Like you're in a hostile place for you right now. It's not as welcoming. So moving to this other place, which is something that you know, would be very healthy for you. And there you would be able to go back to school as you're hoping to do. And you'd have people there to help you with that, like a place to live or, maybe with mom or some family member. You'd have all that around you. And then you'd be able to head in life. Make sense? Yeah, perfect. And you're, by the way, going to love school very much. It's going to make you feel like you're finally using who you are and doing what you're meant to do because you have a brain. You just haven't been able to use it yet because of all the other things, all the obstacles you've been through. Oh my God. So this would be like, and it feels like it's going to be something in the middle. Yeah, you're ready. It feels like the work you're going to be doing will probably have something to do with healthcare, and that you would like it very much. Okay, my dear? What was that? When? When will it happen? Again, the first thing that comes to mind is, well, geez, whenever you want it to happen, but let me just look a little bit more. What's the hold up, Spirit, for her? I'm fine, love. I feel, you have a little girl, honey? You have a daughter? Nurture. Okay. I don't know why I see this little girl around you. Maybe it's a sibling's child or something. But I feel the middle of January will be pivotal for you. Middle of January. Um, you have to come a little bit. Things need to be set up, put in place before you're ready for the move. So I get middle of January, but that means prepare now. Okay? Yeah. You're welcome, Cheryl. Thank you, honey. Bye bye. All right, that was fun. Okay, now we got a whole bunch of people which I did not have a chance to clear before, and I also need to check my email and just make sure we didn't get any more donations in the interim. Looks like we're clean on that. Okay, okay. Okay, so I'm going to area code 647. Hi there, this is. Hi, and your name? What is it, sweetie? I'm not here. Say it slowly, honey. Paul, got it. Oh, you sound like somebody I hear on TV a lot. Paul. Okay, Paul, go ahead and give me your question or what you need this evening. What is it that you're calling for? I'm Paul, I don't do lottery questions. I do soul healing. I'm sorry, honey. If you wanted to talk to me about anything else, perhaps, but I really don't want to answer a question about when you're going to win the lottery. You're going to have to ask somebody else for that, love. Okay? I'll let you go now. Thank you. Uh-huh. All right, let's see. When you say family, do you mean your wife and children? Is that kind of a family? You mean your parents and your siblings? What family are you talking about? Okay, and so I'm assuming from your question, I just want to clear this, that they are not on board with your way of thinking and always in discourse or saying something opposite, saying that you're not right or correct. Is that what you're saying? What you're experiencing, love? They're oh. All right, let me see what Spirit says for you. I think I'm going to channel. Hold on one second. Call 647. You are open to new things, Paul. We are your guides. You do need to listen to others, however, as you move forward in life. Learning how to be in the presence of others who are difficult is also part of the journey and part of the skill set. It is important to open up your heart and be tolerant of those who are not tolerant of you or easy for you to get along with. So we will say to you this: when you are ready to learn that particular part of your practice, then you may stay with them. If you are not ready to do that, if you want to move ahead in your career at this time without learning that lesson, it will turn up again elsewhere. In other words, that is particularly something you've set up this lifetime to understand better and to work with better. The vicissitudes and the arguments of others are the area of most growth. However, we as your guides will not tell you what to do because you are an evolved soul yourself. Contemplate and then decide how and when you will be ready to handle such conflict. Probably this conflict will come up again later on in another way or another form. We, as your divine beings, love you and are working with you on healing your heart and healing your soul and allowing you to move to higher levels of vibration where creation is automatic. Now, do you have any questions for us with that answer, please, before we release Laura? And also, it is important. Go ahead, darling. Yes, yes. Right. What we're saying to you is not that you do not have to deal with that conflict in this way. The lesson has been planned for you, and you want to learn the lesson of learning how to be who you are, no matter what those around you are. Unconditional love comes by first unconditionally loving yourself. The individuals around you who are creating conflict are there for you to learn how to unconditionally accept and love yourself first. In that process, you will then be able to accept others as they are without feeling conflict. It is only through that growth can that happen. However, if there is so much momentum behind this particular situation that it is difficult or impractical, then it is time for a break of healing to go your own way until you find another approach later. You do not necessarily have to make peace with them, but you do need to make peace with yourself. So the situation is here, created by your soul in agreement with their soul to help you become the best person that you can be, the most holistically oriented, growth oriented, and self love oriented individual possible. When you gain those skill sets, when you truly, authentically are empowered to be yourself, you will no longer feel conflict with others who do not agree with you or who are not nurturing you. But at times we are in situations that are so deleterious, so conflicting to our health, that we cannot maintain our sense of self. It is at these times that we need to remove ourselves to regain our sense of self. At that time, you will either return to them in some way, open the door or what have you, or you will find you will be around other people who will threaten you again with your identity and your sense of self. Your journey this lifetime is to grow in that way. And so it is all a beautiful healing process. Remember, the ultimate is for you to be comfortable with yourself. And the more you are, the more other people's opinions, actions, and behaviors will not affect you. You are a very loving person. You are a very gifted person. You are a very knowledgeable person. And now give yourself the gift and the forgiveness needed to heal and to become truly and totally who you are. At that point, then, perhaps being around them will not bother you as much as now. But certainly, you will need this particular development in your choice of life work. We hope that this makes sense to you, dear one. Namaste. You're welcome, love. God bless. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay, I'm moving to area code 95. I think that would be 951. Nathaniel. Is that Nathaniel? I'm doing great, sweetheart. How are you? Well, I'm sorry I didn't say that to Paul, who was the prior caller, but I should have also said to him, not to denigrate or anything his question, but um, if you're asking the question, then you don't believe you will win. You see, when you're asking, when will I win? I know I'll win, but when will I win? Then you really pretty much said, I'm learning how to manifest, but I don't really believe in the outcome. Once we believe in it, it already happened. It happened on an energetic plane. I should have said that to him also, and hopefully he's hearing this. Anyway, well, maybe. What was? Oh, other side. Okay. All right. Well, let's see who comes in for you. All right, Nathaniel, just relax, uncross your arms and legs, and do a silent request on your own end, silently requestive spirit, and let me see what does pop in. There's a father figure for you. I wasn't planning on saying that because I actually see something different than what I'm hearing. Hold on. Father figure wants to talk to you. All right. I also was something getting a different message, so I'm going to give you that also. I hear father figure for you, somebody who smokes a pipe or smokes a cigarette. He's a little bit of a hobo at times in the street, not really doing well with his life economically. He passed away of disease of the liver and heart, and that he would be a grandfather figure for you, potentially in your mother's. You know anyone like that, please? Oh, okay. So perfect. There he is. And at the same time, I felt there was a female for you in spirit. It's a very loving, well, we already went through your mother a few times, but loving and mother. I don't know yet. I just want to give you what I'm getting. That she feels very loving and sweet and kind. She feels very loving and sweet and kind, but she also has a sisterly energy to you, as if there be somebody who's a little bit closer to you in age than perhaps mom that would be in spirit. But yeah, I don't know who she is, and I could, two of them showed up. So let me go to Hobo for a grandpa. Mom is father, or mama's side of the family, mother's side of the family. He's a smoker, and he's didn't take care of himself. It really roughed up your mother a lot too when she was growing up. She didn't really get a lot of good rearing from him or parenting from him. He apologizes for that now, and I know your mother is in spirit realm, and they speak a lot about this, or they have a lot of healing going on with this. And they also want you to know that that kind of healing actually trickles down to you. Because whatever, shall we say, negative patterns that came from that sort of parenting to your mother inevitably filters down to you, right? And this is, by the way, of everybody out there, parenting issues don't just stop one level down. If you had a parent who abused you in some way and you come out a little bit, unbalanced or abused, you might become abusive to someone else, or you're filtering through dysfunction through generations. So she, mom, and your grandpa want you to know that they are working on that in the spirit realm. And as they do, it heals you energetically on a, yeah, it's like a subliminal thing that comes through you. And over time, yeah, and you might be feeling a little bit lighter in the heart, a little bit happier in the head as time is passing, like as if things don't bother you as much as before. You may have thought, maybe it's just because I'm getting older or something, but you're just a little bit more happy-go-lucky, and you don't take things as seriously. Before, you used to freak out about things before even thinking about the impact. You would just get nuts. Now you just take things more in stride, and they're telling me that it's because they're working on their healing, their gestalt, so it's filtering through to you. Grandpa's saying to you, you're a very loving person, Nathaniel. There's a lot of growth ahead for you that you haven't even really begun to sow your oats, so to speak, in a loving way with the person like your counterpart, your mate in life. You have many years to go yet before you've really fulfilled all the things that you will be doing on earth. But remember this, most importantly, that you have a lot of love to give, that you are a very loving person. You need not look at your past to see your future. Just move ahead, knowing that you deserve love and that you give love, and love will be there for you. Remember, Nathaniel, this is your grandfather speaking. Everything is love. And if you're wondering why I'm talking to you about love, it's because you have not honored yourself enough to find love. And without love, you have nothing really. So I want to encourage you. Yeah, I want to encourage you. Yeah, I want to encourage you to find love now in your life. It's time. It's time to get started on that part of your life. You deserve love, and you should start love now. Okay, well, Nathaniel, I don't want to pry too deeply. Lord only knows my work. I don't have to try to pry; it just kind of comes out. But it looks like they want, it's like as if, let's say that your grandpa was around, or your mother was around. They would say, "Oh, it's time now to find somebody to love." So that's their message to you today. Okay, thank you, Nathaniel. Take care, love. Bye bye. Bye, honey. Okay, I'm going to 551 area code. Let's see who this is. Hi there. Oh, heaven forbid. I looked in my inbox. I didn't, so there is Tunisia. Oh, good. Okay, love. All right. Are you T? Is that Tanisha T? T! Hey, doing? I'm great. Ooh, goody. Ooh. All right. All righty. T. What a pretty name you have, by the way. Tanisha. I won't say the last name because I don't want to, I don't want to reveal your identity too much. Are you wearing your hair on the short side these days with a flip of a bang there? Are you wearing your hair on the short side? Okay, I don't know why I see this woman in front of me with the hairs. Maybe it's back or for face, but there's like a, a flip of a bang or like a side sweep. All right. Okay. So career fatigue. Hold on. You're beginning something new right now, which will open up for you. It feels like it's not an employment more as much as something you're doing on your own that takes or requires a lot of magical ability. You're very gifted. And this will come to you. Oh, the work will come to you over time. You will build this. And let me just see what I can say about this. They had said to me a moment ago, you're a gifted healer, but I don't know, it feels self-employed. It feels like there's something very magical about you. What kind of work are you trying to do, honey? Oh, okay. Because I was going to say I couldn't tell if it's showbiz. Okay, all right, so let me just review what I said, which is the work will come for you. It's self-employed. It felt like self-employed. There's something very magical about you in this work. So let's refine the question then to, will Skittles and you make a good team, and will it help you? Is that the question, love? All right. Yeah, will they make a good team, please? Yes or no? Yeah, you two of you get along well. You will get along well. She's very smart. She's very gregarious. She has a lot of contacts, like you've already said. She knows what she's doing. You just need to, oh, you need to get ahead of her a little bit with your resources because when she moves fast. And so the problem here that they're uncovering is uh, she could be bringing you in stuff, but you may not be ready for it. So you have to get ready. You have to be at one step ahead of her all the time. Take advantage of what she does bring in. Um, so now you said you're trying to do talent placement. Okay. Well, what I'm getting here is that you're very confused right now, that you really don't know what you're going to be doing. This is a rough sketch of it. But what Spirit is telling you is that this Skittles person is sort of going to open up an opportunity, but you won't have the people. Follow? Okay. So they want you to get everything lined up. They want you to now act as if you have contracts. That's hard to do because you have to take a leap, right? You have to take a leap of faith. You have to start interviewing people and maybe even auditioning them, or for singing positions if you have it, because this Skittles person is going to start popping things in front of you, like this guy needs somebody. Yeah. If you don't. Okay, wait a second now. You just skadoodle from Skittles to a love question. Okay. I'm watching you, girl. My eyes are on you. Uh, That's all right. All right. All right. Now listen. I'm going to settle you down. Just calm down. Now, remember what I said about Skittles, okay? Get the people lined up because she's going to pop leads in front of you and you're not going to be ready. You have to be one step ahead of her. That's your first answer. Your second one, your second question is about David. So let me look, and I'm going to see if he's good or bad for you to begin with, and then the answer will come after that. So bear with me. David, good or bad for T, yes or no? I have to focus on it, so just give me a moment. He's good for you. He's a good person, and he's honest. Um, he's hardworking, very creative. Kind of, they're using the word fly, F-L-Y, like kind of fly, like as if he's with it, knows what's going on, very smart, sarcastic at times. But he does speak from the heart, and he is interested in you. Now, will anything more come of it than already has? Yes. I feel that there's a good connection with this person that could turn into something significant over time. Does that answer your question, honey? Oh, yeah. You know what's so funny? You want to hear something that's really funny is how mature is that? He's so much older than you. He's afraid what people say about his age. All right. Well, I get a good on this, and the long-term connection is good. So don't sweat the small stuff, my dear. And let's just give you a quick answer on the party. Will he come or not? Ultimately, yes or no, please, Spirit. Yes. I get a yes that he will end up showing up, perhaps unexpectedly and towards the end of the event. Not to worry. Always smile, my dear. Always keep the smile going. Got it? You're welcome, love. God bless. Bye. Bye, everybody. I look forward to working with you next week. Namaste.